People who watch my streams may not be surprised to hear this. I've been diagnosed with ADHD. Now, there's probably a divide in the audience where some people are thinking, why should I care? And others are thinking, me too. I wonder for experiences like mine. This video is for the latter group. After years of wondering things like, why am I so clumsy? Why am I so easily distracted? Why do I keep forgetting things? Why do I have zero spatial awareness? I realized that there might be a connection between all of those things. So I decided to ask my therapist about it. What I didn't realize, which is really shocking considering I took my bachelor's degree in psychology, is that ADHD can be diagnosed in adults as well. It just doesn't happen as often. Many kids with ADHD went undiagnosed due to a lack of understanding, pinning behaviors on other issues, and just not enough information on what ADHD was and how to watch out for it in your own children. I'm a millennial, so when I grew up, ADHD was still not well understood. And so after speaking with my therapist about all these suspicious behaviors, we decided to dive deeper and arrange for official testing. Many months later, because that's how booked up these psychologists get, I finally got to perform the necessary tests. And then about a month after that, because that's how long it takes to get your results, I finally had my answer. Your suspicions are confirmed, you have ADHD. By the way, you also have generalized anxiety disorder and major depressive disorder, but those are mild. Gee, thanks. But it was great to finally have some answers, to know the why behind all of it and feel empowered by that knowledge. And then I started to think about myself as a gamer and how ADHD had unknowingly been playing a role in what I play and how I play. Have you ever tried to play a fighting game and no matter how many times you look at the controls, it just keeps slipping away? All you can remember are the basic one-button press moves like a punch and a kick. Those combos that require 3 button presses in a row or even more, they're basically lost as soon as you start playing again. I haven't played a fighting game in years because of how frustrating this was. And there are other games that have similar combo-type fighting styles in them, such as Monster Hunter. I played Monster Hunter World for a while with my husband because I just loved the adorable cat and dog companions, but I just kept forgetting the powerful attack moves. I felt like I had to be carried by my husband while playing because I could only reliably do light and heavy attacks and dodge roll away. And then there's FPS games. I used to play Call of Duty a lot in my college days. Now, granted, the controls in that game are pretty simple, so that wasn't the issue. The issue was paying attention. You have to be aware of your surroundings, the noises around you, where you're an open target versus sufficiently hidden. That was all too much to pay attention to at once. The one I struggled with the most was paying attention to the noises. There were so many of them. How could I possibly tell where they were coming from? Though I wasn't really any good at FPS either. Platformers, you say? There's no complicated controls or tons of sounds from all directions in platformers, or not typically. But you still need to be paying very close attention because everything needs to be timed precisely. Jump too soon, fall to your death. Don't move quickly enough, fall to your death. Don't memorize the patterns of the boss's attack moves, die. I don't have the focus needed for such snap decisions, so I don't play many platformers either. Then what do you play, you may be thinking? I'm glad you asked. The game type that I find works best for my ill-focused brain is turn-based RPGs. Take a look at my channel and you'll see how much I love BG3. RPGs with good stories draw me in, making it harder for my attention to be divided. Turn-based combat gives me time to look over my available moves, refresh myself on things I've forgotten, and not feel pressured to make a snap decision. It's okay if I need to take 30 to 60 seconds to decide what move would be best, or even longer. The game will wait. These kinds of games accommodate my easy distractibility, my need to be invested in what I'm playing, and not throw any complex button combos that need to be memorized. A game genre that feels comfortable, is fun, and fulfills that creative itch. Now, these aren't the only kinds of games I play. They're just my favorite type. I also play RTSs, such as Age of Empires, StarCraft, and Crusader Kings. These, as the name suggests, are unfolding in real time, unlike turn-based games. But unlike fighting games, FPSs, and platformers, RTSs are typically a slow burn. They give you time to invest in your strategy before chaos breaks out. And the chaos doesn't just continue endlessly, it comes in waves. And so this genre also accommodates my need for figuring things out at my own pace. I also play action RPGs like the Diablo series, which has relatively simple combat. The most complex part for me is just watching my health bar because I forget sometimes. I'm currently playing Banishers, and although I sometimes forget newer moves that have been unlocked, I typically find it again by mashing some buttons because they're just not that complex. I play a lot of narrative-driven games like the Life is Strange series. Those are great for the way my brain works because they don't require a lot of input controls from the user and they drive your focus through the use of objects in limited spaces to explore and learn about. Curiosity can be, excuse the expression, a game changer. The game genre that may surprise you is horror games. Why would someone who is easily distracted and have trouble remembering things play horror games? Well, simply because they scare me, and when I'm scared, I'm focused. I can't forget about what I'm doing because if I do, the enemy might get me. I am invested in the survival of my character. Also, for horror games that allow co-op play, like Phasmophobia, Demonologist, Lethal Company, it's even easier to stay invested because you're interacting with friends. If you're a gamer with ADHD and you feel comfortable sharing, how has ADHD shaped you as a gamer? What games would you like to get into, but you just can't because it's too difficult? Put it in the comments below and let me know if you'd like more videos like this. Thanks for watching.